Museum, or we call it as English Ladran, it is Louvre Museum ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Now this Louvre Museum which is present in where? It is present in, we call it as Paris. Now Paris is present in France. The first one, we need to know this. And the second one, we call it as, it is present, Paris and Dakshina, it is present on the banks of which river? The Seine river, it is present on the banks of, we call it as, the Seine river, already discussed ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. Zaire, Congo, it is, we have talked about Yangtze, we have talked about Yellow River, we have talked about Amazon, Nile, all those things. Second major important one, what the location? It is present in Paris, France, and this has been constructed or originated during Yellappa ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, now 12th century is the origin of this, we call it as, it is museum. Now this museum is also called as the world's most visited art museum. ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಬನ್ನಿಸಲಿದೆ ಇದು ಕೈತನ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಕದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. The world's art museum, ನಾವು ಸಕ್ಕತ್ತಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಬೆಲೆ ಬಾಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ಕದೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಾವು ಮಾರಾಕಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಕೋಟಿ ಕೋಟಿ. It is world's most, we call it as, visited museum which is present in France. At the same time, it is also considered as what? The world's largest, which one? Art museum. We call it as the authentic, we call it as, it is artifacts. Authentic, we call it as the paintings, authentic pictures, all this are present in this, we call it as the Paris. Now example is the major example, we call it as Mona Lisa painting is also present there. The most original Mona Lisa painting which is present in this, we call it as, it is the Louvre Museum and it is present in, we call it as France. Now which has been majorly originated in between. Now it has been originated in 12th century, originate agutte, but other official modern form of it is Louvre Museum has been opened in where? Opened after, we call it as French Revolution. After French Revolution in the year 1793 this has been opened. Now since 1973 it is still functional and this is the most visited the museums across the world. The most visited the museums across the world anta kuda kariತೀವಿ. Done. The first one we call it as Louvre Museum or we call it as Louvre Museum anta kariತೀವಿ. It is UNV alla, it is Louvre Museum. It is French, it is Louvre Museum. Now in English we call it as Louvre Museum. Done. It is UNVR. It is silent in this context.